Hi, this is Jay Callan with another Relics of Hyrule video guide video. This is very short video explaining where you can start in Relics of Hyrule. So, one of the, uh-oh. Am I okay? Who's near me? Who's around me? Who's around me? I care about personal space. Number 1, personal space. Number 2, personal space. Number 3, stay out of my personal space. Anyway, Relics of Hyrule. I designed Relics of Hyrule to be similar to the first Zelda game. There was no instruction in the first Zelda game. It was originally designed so that you just wander around, have your friends tell you what they found, discover things about the world. And that's what I did with Relics of Hyrule. Relics of Hyrule is designed so that you play Skyrim and then stumble across the Relics of Hyrule. The name is not a mistake. It's designed to be you're picking up the pieces of this lost civilization. In order for it to make sense as a Skyrim mod, in order for it to be reasonably immersive and reasonably lore friendly, even though it's inherently lore breaking, I had to make Hyrule, instead of making it some alternate thing, I made it so that it's part of the same timeline as Skyrim, but was thousands of years in the past, older than Dwemer, older than the aliens, to the point that it was a myth to them. That's how old it is, and it's far removed. And all you find is the pieces. You don't find any people who know anything about it. You don't find anything, just the pieces of lore and hints and things like that. Speaking of hints, one of my criticisms that I get a lot is that there's no guidance in the mod. And to that I say, fairies, gossip stones, lore books. The lore books, not so much. Guidance is a little hard, but I've done my best to lead you. If you want a specific line, I've made a loose enough line to lead you to the Mask of Truth, which you can use to talk to the gossip stones, and move on from there. I don't want to hold your hand with this mod. I don't want to fall into the same fallacy that, or not fallacy, the same rut that I see modern gaming in. I think modern gaming helps the player too much. Skyrim is good in that it has a journal, but for instance, I just started. And without the main story, like even the main story, it's just telling you where to go, and it's optional whether you actually go there. But with mods, I just started this game. This is a brand new character. All I have is the Helgen Reborn startup and the Rumors of Dragons. I really like playing it this way, because it's just open. Go to Helgen. And then from there it starts to build, and that's what I want Relics of Hyrule to be. But Relics of Hyrule does not have a journal. You have to find everything yourself. So, there are 2 ways to start Relics of Hyrule. First way, just wander around. Wherever you happen to be, Helgen, or in my case, Talking Stone Camp, which is a great place to start. And this was I just was thrown here randomly by my alternate start mod. You can do that and just wander around, and then eventually you'll find something related to Relics of Hyrule. Or you can go to a major city, play the game, wait for the courier to appear, and the courier will give you the fairy letter. The fairy letter looks like this. So there's the fairy letter. It tells you exactly where to go. Go to Riverwood. Go to the ruins near Rorikstead. Go to Winterhold. Find the shards and fragments. Talk to the gossip stones. Find the fairies. Things like that. The fairy letter is only delivered when the courier has something else to give you. So the courier has like a Hearthfire thing, or a letter from Calcelmo, or something. The fairy letter will come with it. And you'll just look in your inventory one day and you'll see fairy letter. What is that? And you'll read it. Go to Riverwood. So you'll end up in Riverwood. Or you can just go to Riverwood. So that's the sort of straightforward way to start Relics of Hyrule. The way I prefer it, the way I sort of designed it, was the wandering way. So I'm in Talking Stone Camp. I'm trying to stay away from this giant because I don't want to be blasted into space. But I'm in Talking Stone Camp, so I'm going to look around to see what I can find. So yeah. What is it? Western part of Talking Stone Camp, there's the first ever Gossip Stone. This is the first Gossip Stone I ever added into the mod. Ever. And fittingly, it's in Talking Stone Camp. And Talking Stone Camp is a great way to start because if I just wander pretty much in any direction from Talking Stone Camp, I will find something related to Relics of Hyrule. And I'll know it's related to Relics of Hyrule because it'll have a fairy by it. Like a dungeon that has a Relics of Hyrule object in it, it'll have a fairy marking it. And in this case, I found probably what is going to be my best friend during this entire thing, the Terminen Forge. I pronounce it Terminen, you can pronounce it Terminen or whatever. Terminon. There's a Terminen Forge. This is exactly what I need. Because there's a note. And the note says, northeast to the city swallowed by the sea and an enchanter deep within, or to the island half buried by ash. Tales from the Seas. Tales from the Seas is a quote from a Nightwish song. From Endless Forms Most Beautiful. Don't remember which song it was. Write in the comments which song it was. Huge Nightwish fan here, so there's going to be a lot of Nightwish quotes in Relics of Hyrule. Eventually you'll fall onto that path of getting to Kina Langdonzell and getting the Ocarina of Time and getting the Mask of Truth. From there, it's all open. After you get the Mask of Truth, the guidance is more or less gone. You can talk to the Gossip Stones and they can give you hints about where to look for different things, but for the most part it is open and you just look around and find things. So for instance, here's the Terminen Forge. I can go to Rorikstead and I'll find something there. Relics of Hyrule is so big that if you wander around, you will find something. Whether it's, in this case, if you find the Terminen Forge, you might find that, or if you go far enough... Oh, Christmas crackers. Okay, hang on. Okay, I took care of those wolves. Oh, and here's a fairy. See, I just was wandering around, got attacked by wolves, and here's another fairy. Also, that's a golden fox. So yeah, Rorikstead Secret Grotto. So already, I've been playing for what? Like 10 minutes? And already I found a secret grotto. I already have my first Gold Skulltula token, and I already have my first Relic of Hyrule. See? So, yeah, Relics of Hyrule is designed so that you just stumble across stuff. I found the fairy bow within 10 minutes of playing the game. So in conclusion, how do you start Relics of Hyrule? Just play Skyrim. And eventually you'll find the fairy letter. You might find another note at the ancient enchanter. You might end up at Kina Langdonzell and find the Ocarina of Time. Things like that. That's how you play Relics of Hyrule. You just play Skyrim. There's no main quest, there's no journal, there's no NPCs telling you where to go or asking you to deliver watermelons. It's just an open-ended experience, and it's paying homage to the days of classic gaming. So thank you very much for watching. I'm Jay Calenad, and this is Relics of Hyrule.